Why is peace so difficult to restore where Manipur is concerned? Joining me this evening is Hemochandra Singh, former Manipur Minister, Thongkholal Hokip, Assistant Professor, Center for the Study of Law and Governance, JNU, former advisor, Cookie Students Organization, Kaushik Deka, Executive Editor, India Today magazine. I want to cut across first to Mr. Hemochandra Singh. Mr. Singh, Mr. Singh, can you hear me? Mr. Singh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you very well, sir. You're on air.
I can, but can you?
Yes, sir. We can hear you very well. You're on air.
Okay.
Sir, my question to you is, it's been 30...
Can I come in or...?
Sir, you are on air, sir. My question to you is, it's been 30 days of violence. 96 are dead. Over 1,000 homes of both sides of the divide, be it the Meiteis or the Cookies, have been burnt. Churches have been burnt. Temples have been burnt, vandalized. Can now we say that Manipur is a failed state, sir? 30 days. What is the government doing?
Well, see, I'll put it this way. Well, we've seen the violence is not ending, which is a fact. And the Honorable Home Minister visited the state on the 1st of, he left on the 1st of June. And you can say he said about 15 days was the time when he mentioned that there will be some order and semblance of peace. But now it is almost a week. You can round it off to a week. We are speaking, as we speak, it's almost 10 o'clock now, and then you can say that, 6 days have passed. And it is absolutely not even the case of Manipur. It is a very alarming situation for the country to see, for the entire nation to see, because this has spiraled out of, to my mind, as you rightly said, out of control. And the very fact that the killings and the violence has not stopped. So I will probably, sort of break it up into two parts, as in, like, let's just stop this rhetoric, because you are showing a lot of, mostly even the mainstream media, whosoever is covering this crisis, is not really focused on the way forward and possible solutions. But it is, of course, it is important definitely for optics and to get to the viewers the right picture, what is happening there. But there's too much of...
It's a humanitarian crisis, sir. You've got to tell the people who've suffered. You have to tell their stories, be it either sides of the divide.
Let me come to that.
Ahead, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
May I come to that? That is what I'm talking about, because we have to talk about, see, the monsoons are going to come. You know that the northeast, particularly Manipur, is a very heavy rain-fed area. So basically, both sides, Mizoram, I'm talking about the Cookies. Let me talk about the Cookies, maybe so that I may not be perceived as a Meitei leader. You're talking about thousands of people displaced across states in Mizoram. There are thousands of people displaced this side. So we have to now actually focus on things like rehabilitation, as you rightly put. There might be an epidemic, which might break out in these camps where very, very, you can say subhuman conditions are there now. There's no drinking water, babies are being born in camps and all sorts of things. And this is a tragedy on both sides. This is not a question where, this is a Cookie camp and this is a Meitei camp. No, nothing like that. So we have to, the government has to focus on these things. And I certainly feel that there's enough room which is left to be done. There's enough ground to be covered. And I think when the Home Minister left, we probably thought, although he came very late, better late than never kind of a situation, and we thought there was a glimmer of hope. But contrary to that, other than the rehabilitation and the humanitarian chaos, which probably is in shambles, the one most important thing, which is so important at this point of time, is to douse the flames, and that is not happening. And please, this is not accusations, please. You know it. You probably have more coverage than us, because we don't have internet access. There is absolutely, there is very little information trickling into us. And probably it is through your channels and other news sources that we are getting the real news. But the fact remains that heavily armed, battle-fatigued, sophisticated Kalashnikov holding Cookie militants are swooping down on villages non-stop. And as if to prove their point and to be very belligerent.
But Mr. Singh,
let me complete
Mr. Singh, I'll tell you what. No, I will allow you to complete. But it cuts both ways, sir. We have enough accounts from the either side as well. So if you're going to call the Cookie militants, there's enough coming in from that side as well. And it is our duty to show
I'm
either
giving you
side.
the solution. You're not.
So
You're
what
not
is the
ready to listen
solution,
to the
please?
solution.
Sir, yes, go ahead. What is the
No,
solution?
I'm not accusing. I'm not accusing anybody. No. You have to appreciate the fact that nothing. There's so much of a trust deficit today. Why are the common citizens? Why are the Meiteis in particular are up in arms? Why they are coming in thousands to protect whatever their villages? This has to be brought in control. And then you tell me what is the solution. Some semblance of order has to be fixed up.